Boys and gals, better get ready for some holiday cheer, all right? All right, let's actually start on BR. I know, I know, this is a Save the World update video, but I don't really have any other way to show the Naruto stuff on my channel. I already did my daily videos for today, and I'm not going to record a whole-ass new one for Naruto, even though it is very cool. Probably announce it tomorrow as well. But yeah, grab the Naruto stuff if you guys are interested. It is finally in the game, in completion. I did play this game a little bit as a kid. Like, I played this game. I know. My friends and I in daycare had a GameCube that we shared, and there was a Naruto game that I remember playing, and they were really into the show as well. I've watched plenty of episodes, but I was a kid. I couldn't even, I mean, if the names weren't right there, I wouldn't be able to actually say the names of these characters. I do remember this one, though. There's some sort of advanced form that they can go into, and this is Naruto's. Somebody tell me. I mean, don't go into too much detail. It's not that serious, but it's Nine-Tailed Fox, obviously, but it's something like that. I do remember this character. Either way, Naruto stuff is here. Let's get into the home base report. Now, I am actually going to save the world real quick here because we will be going back to the game in a little bit. Although, more interesting things are happening later today. So, home base reports. Let's get into, yeah, all right, try to organize my thoughts here. So, first and foremost, you can now, or this is what I mean by later today, 1 p.m. November 16th, which for me is in like 6 hours, for me it'd be about noon in Central Standard. So, Eastern time, look at the time zones on that one. Later today, you will be able to get Battle Pass XP for Battle Royale through Save the World. And Archer, being a freaking nerd, went through and basically grabbed this info right here. Later today, this should be the numbers. So, basically, if you get the combat badge for killing enemies, utility for crafting stuff, building your base, exploring the map, you'll get 500 XP each. If you speedrun the game, you get X amount for that. And if you complete the category 1, you get, you guys can just read all this on your own. I'm not going to read everything but I will say endurance gives you 130,000, which looks like a lot, but when you factor the fact that endurance wave 30 is like 2.5 hours, it's okay. It's probably less efficient. I am interested here that Storm King is 4,700 XP. It could be a legitimate near future that people are grinding Storm King to unlock Battle Royale XP, which is pretty cool. As someone who doesn't really find much of an interest in BR, if you guys noted my level there, I'm only like as far as I was interested for the Battle Pass. Like, it didn't really interest me much further, and then I just went back to Save the World. So now I am apparently, and all of us will be just unlocking BR stuff as we go. So pretty cool. Not a bad deal. I can't imagine anybody would be upset with that. Like, that's just going to encourage Battle Royale. It will just encourage Battle Royale players to play Save the World, and it allows us Save the World players to progress. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Now, this is the exciting part. So, Hexylvania will be leaving on November 20th, but at the exact same minute it's gone, Frost Knight boots up. So this is going to be the Winterfest time of super heroic modifiers, which means soldiers will be doing double headshot damage, and it'll reduce your cooldown. That is an insanely powerful build. In fact, before I read the rest of these, I'm going to be linking this video down below. Ignore the fact that it says Season 3. It's the identically same modifier. All of these loadouts will absolutely be viable. Link down below. I might make a new one of these, but I was really happy with this video. Raven really stole the show here and just made it a very, very, very fun time. Minigun's always insane. So I'll link this down below. If you guys want some solid loadouts, you want to hit the ground running, this is going to be a good video to know. It's going to bug me that it's labeled for Season 3 because it's completely applicable to our current season. I might, in the future, start renaming these based not on what season adventures it is and on, like, what zone it is. I think it'd be more in tune to call this the Winterfest, whatever. Just so it is, I don't want an old video of mine. I don't want people to mistake that for being wrong. One downside of building is that you uses up your hard-earned materials. Well, constructors are going to have reduced costs for building, and kinetic overload will have a lower cooldown and greater impact. That's not a huge deal. Kinetic overload's not usually make or breaking the game, but for those of you who enjoy that playstyle, enjoy. Constructors having fewer cost will be huge. For ventures, especially when you don't want to farm as much, that's great. Unfortunately, it's also in line with Outlanders having unlimited punch, which is not going to make farming very difficult. And every 50 seconds, you'll get a Teddy and Shock Tower fragment, which is just nuts. I don't know. He mentioned Teddy specifically. I'm sure that counts for Shock Tower as well. And then Ninja's abilities will essentially, melee eliminations will reduce ability cost, and it's just a very, very, very fun way to play. Holiday Llamas. So this is one of the reasons I kept the game open. For those who might not know, I know my OG players are going to be rolling their eyes at this part of the video, but Holiday Llamas, for those who don't know, unlock some of the holiday heroes. If I can actually find them here. I'm not sure that these toy heroes will be available. It's my understanding that Ted, because this is why he doesn't need a voucher, is available through these llamas. He's great because he gives you Happy Holidays. The Advanced GG ad's probably covering it there, but Happy Holidays is a phenomenal perk. Really, really good perk. And I'm not exactly sure which heroes you get. For basically anything with a rarity here is probably available through the llamas. Is Jingle Jess as well? No, she takes a voucher, so I can assume not. Fragment Flurry, really good adventures usually, so, just really, these are the kind of heroes you're going to be able to expect. But what I'm more interested in and why I'm glossing over that are the weapons. So, the actual weapons you'll get from the llamas is probably the Pop Shot, Blizzard Blitzer is probably in the llamas again, the Ralphie's Revenge, Coco 45, Shark Attack, Santa's Little Helper, Snowball Launcher, I believe the Ginger Blaster, Pain Train, and Frostbite, and Paper Shredder are all shop or quest items. So you will be getting a good spread from the holiday items, and I might have missed a few here, I'm sorry, but I mean, we'll get more into that specifically when they come out. I assume I'll do a big llama opening. Speaking of llama openings, it occurs to me, end of the season draws near, and I'm going to be doing another Fortnite Mirrors llama opening, which will be fun, just to clean out all these tickets. I got a lot from 24,000 tickets last time, so I'm kind of excited to pop those. All right, back to the home base report. It's not aligning. No, multiple monitors, stop. All right, Sub-Zero Zenith is coming back. Crackshot is coming back. That is huge. Krampus. So this is all just Frost Knight stuff. None of this is new. Frost Knight, basically, the burner cools down, and then you have to give it blue glow to keep it going. That's how you beat Frost Knight, and there are going to be a lot of challenges as we go. I will surely keep you guys updated as the season progresses. Sub-Zero Zenith is really good for freezing enemies in place. There are a couple of weapons that work specifically well for him, which is the Crankshot Sniper and the Vacuum Tube Sniper. I'll try to remember to link those videos down below because I've never made a specific video on Sub-Zero Zenith, but both of those applicable snipers I get into Sub-Zero Zenith loadout. So if you kind of want to see how he plays, check out those videos down below. He's pretty fun. He's not anything I use very often, but freezing a smasher in place is a satisfying feeling. So yeah. And Crackshot. Crackshot I've actually talked about recently in my super fun loadouts video. I highly recommend watching it. Not the most recent one, but I did cover him right here. So Crackshot plus the Storm King Scourge is a phenomenal combo because he buffs your damage by 2.9% per shot, capping at 50 stacks for a grand total of 145% bonus damage. And that clears when you reload or swap off your weapon. While the Storm King Scourge, as you might know, doesn't have a magazine. It never needs to actually reload. So long as you don't let it overheat, it will never quote-unquote reload. When a charge-up weapon like that overheats, it's quote-unquote reloading. That does activate reload perks, by the way, kind of interestingly. But if you don't ever let that trigger, Crackshot is nuts. It is nuts. It is nuts. And then, of course, the first challenge, Frosty Turf. Thanks to the ice and cold, train will be slippery and traps will reload slower. And Tank Gatling will be available. He has... I don't want to talk about him. Lynx, however, is a fan favorite for obvious reasons. She's our go-to girl for Storm King. I think she's tried and true. Like, stand at the test of time here. Like, people still use her as a meta pick because she's just phenomenal. Basically, you just hit a button, trigger a kunai, and you're doing 140% more damage. It's a massive damage bonus, and it's really good for the crystals. I also want to go back up because I think I missed something. I kind of glossed over this too, but Husks will have a higher resistance to trap and weapon damage, but that is just not something I can really help you with here. I mean, Discord, link down below, find some friends, lots of nice people on there. I got a couple of comments recently that people couldn't find friends. We have nearly 18,000 people in our Discord. If you're patient and super friendly, I don't think you're going to have any trouble because there are real life humans in our Discord. And what happens is if you're rude or impatient, they don't help you. So, social skills go a long way. And it also makes the community better if everybody is kind to each other. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that just about wraps everything up. I have a couple of, leaks aren't really that exciting. Like the Kevin bot PNG, like he's in the game now, but we already knew he was coming. So this isn't super exciting news. It's going to be Undercover Buzz. So you're going to get the Gadgeteer perk, just reducing the cooldown. It's nothing wild and why I didn't bring it up any earlier. But thank you to Archer for scouring scouring through the game. I should have mentioned this earlier, but without any concrete data, I don't really have anything to report. But for those who stuck around to the end of the video, Chaos Agent supposedly has some bug fixes. I don't know what they are, so maybe I'll mention it in a daily video soon. I'll put it in the title or whatever. But Chaos Agent, for those who don't know, if you are shooting and you phase shift, for example, it doesn't always reload, or very often it'll trigger the mag refilling ability or whatever, but you have to switch your weapon and then back to your weapon, and then your magazine will be full. There are a couple of quirky things like that. Shockwave doesn't always work. Whether or not those got addressed, I don't know. I haven't tested these myself yet, which I know, lazy content creator, but I just figured everything else in this update overshadowed that, so I just wanted to tack that on at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy holidays soon, friends.